Why, hello, everybody. I know that you are just as stoked as I am because of the fact that we are bearing witness to two things. One, I'm solo. So you know that's going to mean shenanigans. And two, we actually started on time. You know, that's never ever happened in a jank stream of mine. Welcome everybody to the Zelda 2 Max Rando Tournament Swiss Round 2, which apparently Node did not like. Let me fix that for you. And we are off. Now, with Max Randomizer, everything is randomized. Life, magic, and attack. So you're never gonna see what you're gonna get. And that's what we love so much about it. Now, since I am doing most of the restreaming / commentary myself, I will be sorta working on the fly, as one of our runners did come in at the last minute. So my deepest apologies on that. I would have had this set up a lot better, if you know what I mean. So I know that you guys are excited. We have one of our experienced runners, which is traiLZ, going against Xarnax42, who I always lovingly call the third cousin twice removed of Xerox. And we're going to see them do battle. And this two gemmer of a seat. And Guma does not sit on children. Guma is totally innocent. And I am looking to see if everything looks good to you guys. How is the sound? I'm also going to fix that on traiLZ's side. Sorry if I'm cropping on the fly. traiLZ was very late coming in. So give me one moment while I work on that, and then things should look really nice in just a second. Okay. So now that everything is looking nice and pretty on traiLZ's side, runners are a bit low. Thank you so much. I will take care of that. I am using Xarnax's wonderful music. So we'll just bump that up just a little bit. Don't want to make it too loud that it blows out your ears. Okay. How about now, guys? Do I sound decent? Yes, Toffee, I am working solo and I am doing double duty restreaming and commentary. So bear with your poor jank restreamer. All right, so to get into the middle of this, we do have a 2-gem seed, in which we have both of our runners are using custom sprites. We do have traiLZ, who is right now in easy peasy town of Rauru. We're gonna see what free spell we get for that. Meanwhile, it looks, I cannot see the biome just yet. Have you heard my mixtape? No, I haven't, but it looks like we have Reflect on deck. So our runners right now have the boots. It's unfortunately not nerfed boots, which makes me sad. So we do have a Caldera going on. Yeah, I see it now. I've been hopping between this and our good tech support system. So we have Reflect and Fairy already. So with this being a 2-gemmer, you know, let me explain to those who are new to the community, what does that mean? When you have low gem seeds, you ideally want to kind of grind up your levels early outside. You don't want to blow your gems, because when you place a gem, you get full EXP for it, which means you will automatically either level up attack, life, or magic. So you don't want to use that too soon. Now, typically our runners will go for easy palaces such as Palace 1, Palace 2, maybe even Palace 3, because those are the shortest palaces to finish with the easiest bosses. Now, the only time, now take this into consideration, we do have what could be Palace 1 or 4 right there. So you don't want to... Oh, Death Mountain has the magic key. Oh boy. Okay, so I may have rolled it a very easy Jetty for your Betty seed. And 300 P-point bags. I am already regretting the fact that the 2 restreams I've done for you guys, I have rolled extremely easy seeds. I have disappointed you. I know you guys call me the Devil of Death Mountain, but I am not being so much a devil, but more of an angel. I know, this ruins, you know, my moniker. I am known as the Bluebird of Happiness. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, guys. I have failed you all. I will take a punishment seed for rolling all these easy seeds. I am so sorry. And with these 300 point P bags, as you can see, the strategy that traiLZ is using, which is easy leveling up on the outside, is exactly what you want to do. And then we have Stonehenge having a life, you know, heart container. And yes, the red diaries are rolling really low. So you're not going to want to grind on that. Ideally, you know, I did see where 300 point P bags are in the drop item pool, small item drop, drop pool. So, you know, you can grind some of these small enemies to try to get those bigger point drops. Also, we're going back and VT is now going to dip. Maybe not. We do have the jump spell, so we're gonna get the greatest stab alive. So those who are new to the community, there's only one stab that's acceptable in this world, and that is down stab. Do not listen to what other people may tell you. Down stab is the best stab. While Xarnax did take a death, because I do believe Xarnax is one of those team up stab people. It's you know, remember, down stab is the best way to go, and I'll explain why. It is one of the best defensive items, you know, attacks in the game. It allows you to jump on people's heads. There's only one time where upstab is actually useful, and that is in GP for the upstab block room. But other than that, upstab is absolutely blasé. Downstab is the way to go. It'll save your life. You know, so there is a use for upstab, but I've been around too much Super Mario Bros. 3. Yes, I am known as the friendly neighborhood antagonist over there, and you know, Team Bowser for life. But as our runners are going through these, ooh, wow. The upper tier enemy sets, which normally pay 100 to 500, are paying really low, and the P-Bag from P-Bag is actually only 150. Sinister said he doesn't know enough about the game yet. Top Life, our Yoshi friend, what's up, buddy? Sinister said he doesn't know enough about the game, but I am trying to recruit Laws. So if I can get LOZ, you know, card fan to do a randomizer, he does vanilla, but not the rando version. So I'm trying to recruit Laws over into here and see if he's willing to do co-commentary, and then we can have Team Total Carnage, which means that I would be totally unhinged and we would both root for mutual discussion. And we have Darunia's favorite son, which is the child, being nabbed by traiLZ, which means all of those in chat who love to say that Guma is sitting on the child. No, he is not. He is in a cave. There you go. So, and now we have Death Mountain, in which traiLZ kind of noped out of. Guma did not plant the child in the cave. Come on, chat. Be nice. No, Desi, you're absolutely wrong. You guys, please. We have a small item, 300-point drop. Xarnax using it for magic. Now, considering that they do have lives to spare, I think Xarnax did lose one. Chat, what do you think of that decision? Let's get chat's opinion. Do you think it's a good idea so that way fairy is more castable and you can, attempt to do it, but you only have 4 magic containers? Or would you go for attack 3? Just save it and go for attack 3. Because I would save it, go for attack 3, honestly. Because everything hurts. You want to try to kill it as soon as possible. And you guys are saying fairy. Well, remember, you can always kill more enemies to get magic 3. But attack 3 gives you the immediate benefit. Hey, chat says magic. You guys are... Also, thank you so much, Keyboard Cowboy, for supporting traiLZ. Really do appreciate that. I think attack in this case might be the better option, as Xarnax is in Mido. And we have the extra magic container. Now we can talk about magic 3. Because now we have that extra magic container. Remember, for those who are not familiar with the game, it is roughly 15 magic for each magic container. And looks like we dipping. Oh boy. Oh goody. And we do have the quick level up to attack 3. Very smart thinking. And oh. So, here we go, guys. Now, this is Palace 4, obviously, because of the MOA. And that's how you can pretty much tell. And, wow. traiLZ making the smart decision, going to find 19 additional EXP. So that was a quick Palace 4. Carrick is the boss of Palace 4. That went way too quick, guys. I think that we may have a seed that could possibly end sub 35 if we luck out and find GP. I'm thinking so. So we are in Rando for Xarnax. Yes, it's GP. You gotta stress it out, Muck. You gotta stress it out. And GP is in the West. Keyboard Cowboy, we saw your notification pop out with the 100 biddies. Thank you for coming to ZSR now. for the nonsensical commentary. Also, traiLZ is looking for the item and then says, nah, too much time. Now, mind you, traiLZ is a runner that can dip into GP at attack 3 comfortably. This is something to take note of. And we have found Maze Island. Ooh. And we get the big nope for that. Oh, come on. Come on, Trails. Don't do that to our favorite levels. That's 2 or 5 for any of those. Probably no Palace 1. Okay, let me put my glasses on now because I am not looking at anything. All right, so we have the heart container, which is 1 item from Maze Island. And P1, so that's going to be the final palace that Trails is going to dip. Once he gets this second item off of Maze Island, then we will see the dip into P1 for the second gem. Now, on Xarnax's side, he is still Dora the Exploring. And picking up Darunia's favorite son. Also, alright, chat. Let's go with please do not call me right now. 1 hour glove hunt? No! Trails is, let me tell you, Top Life. Trails is gonna dip GP, and this is what I would suggest for anybody. GP can be dipped until you find your first glove block room. Magic key, there is a possibility that we will need a key because in Max Rando, GP has a community room which needs a key to operate. But I would honestly dip GP because remember, guys, this is Max Rando. Thunderbird is not required. So you don't need Thunder just yet. Unless you find out that Thunderbird is like, howdy neighbor, then yes, you will need Thunder. But for the sake of exploration advantage, because we have had, remember the last seed I rolled, guys, it was Gloveless GP. Only Fairy was needed. Now, you can easily dip into a palace and steal a key. Because palaces, I changed the gem to 2. Why is it not showing? Ugh. Come on, guys. It is a 2-gemmer. Can you please do that command again? Because it should say 2 gems. Yeah, we need pup time to come save us. Okay, so like I was saying before, no, we do not. Yeah, I don't know why it says 6. Yes, the runners automatically know that, Cowboy, because on their screen, whenever they go to look at the spells, they have a little circle icon. That's their gem count. And it'll say, if it's for 6, then it'll say 6, that they need to place 6 gems. And it counts down as they do it. So in this case, Trails is only going to show 1 more gem left to place. Also, Cantaloupe, 10 gems! We'd have to create 4 more palaces. Even though I am wholeheartedly in favor of doing a Master Quest version. Now, Trails is going to go into P1. Now, the only thing that can stop Trails from completing P1 is to get smacked with a glove blocked room, and he is not obviously in Saitama mode, and I've even rolled 1,000 point P bags. I will go home for rolling such an easy peasy seed. I am so sorry, chat. I have really failed you. And everybody and their mother is calling me right now. I am a retired physician. I am not doing that anymore. So it comes down to this. Here's the key. Now, if traiLZ was smart, you know, he's gonna go back up. We see a glove block room. So we have to look at problems. We got problems. I see lots of blocks. So this is bad if the pathway is truly blocked. Now, right now, you can skirt by with fairy. Yes, but you can only... Yes, I retired early. I am a retired neuropsychiatrist. So they have, I just retired as of 2 weeks ago. So, Horsehead is completable, and at Attack 3, you know, Horsehead is one of the easiest bosses in the game. Unfortunately, he always gets turned to glue very easy. So he's so weak, he doesn't even give you anything worth anything. So he is not going to place that gem because he only needs 5. And like I told you before, if you... and if you need... Oh no. He's going to actually take the chance, level up life 1 more. Because all he needs is 400 to get life. And then he's going to burn that gem. Okay, so... like I was saying to those who are new, if you place the gem, it will completely max out the EXP needed for one of the levels. So ideally, you want to try to hit that with 0000. So that way you get the maximum benefit for it. If you only get like 5, 10, 15, or 20, you're not reaping it for its proper potential. Also getting the item, which turned out to be a magic jar. So now traiLZ does have a bit of a conundrum. He needs 41 to place that gem. So he's gonna have to bot farm, which is extremely slow at being 3 points each. And we have Xarnax, who is now in P1 as well, and is taking great advantage of that 1,000 point. And then we have the 300 point P bag. That's good enough to go, because you have 269 to 250, 2050. That's good enough to go ahead and place that gem. And traiLZ is done. And like I said, traiLZ is comfortable enough. He's on attack 4. Now, traiLZ has been able to kill T-Bird, but he does not have Thunder. We do not know where Thunder is right now. So, traiLZ is going to go to GP, more likely than not, or come here first. Let's see what it's in Old Kasuto. Old Kasuto, what do you have? I'd like to buy a vowel, and that vowel is not Thunder. Thunder may not be required. That's what I said before. That's why I said, go ahead and dip GP now. Because you could have a gloveless GP. I rolled that the last easy seed for the Homewrecker battle. So, go ahead, explore GP, see how far you get. Like this here, low gem seeds. Chat, those who have been in the Z2R community know that low gem seeds are strategy seeds. This is 100% strategy seeds. And feeling, how comfortable do you see yourself being? And I rolled too many 1,000 point P bags. Oh my God. I am so sorry. Xarnax is going through P1. Yes, Muck. It's all about strategy. You have to have it. Knowing when to place your gem, knowing how much you feel comfortable dipping GP in, what items are necessary for GP versus, optional items, and your comfort level. It's all about knowing you as a runner and knowing the core mechanics of the game, really. Yes, I know, Cantaloupe. I feel it's a feels bad man moment for me. I am known as the devil of Death Mountain, but I'm actually probably like Furore because I am casting a fast warp to the ending. So yes, I feel bad as the antagonistic restreamer. Also, as previously mentioned, traiLZ is comfortable now. All these 1,000-point P bags, my lord. We have traiLZ at 556, yes, I know, Top Life. I know. We're supposed to be dipping GP at an hour or two, but I failed. Also, Xarnax now taking the connector back, and we're looking at right now, chat, going to Saria. Saria has life. Now, and now we're in Darunia for Thunder, so Child was sorta, kinda required? What the heck? No! No, Swag, no! No. Guma gets beat up enough, and that is my sprite. So, I'm gonna say that now that traiLZ has Thunder, he doesn't need the glove just yet. Until he finds that glove block room, but he's gonna dip GP now. He's got Thunder. He's got the glove, so it doesn't really matter at this point. He's dipping GP. I mean, GP at attack 5 is very doable. So you just go and you get it done. So at 2706, we do have traiLZ entering GP. Meanwhile, we have Xarnax in. Can GP be jump blocked? No, you have the fairy spell. Also, we're getting to see what is in Spell Tower. Spell Tower has the candle, which means that you can see what kills you. I don't think so. I haven't seen any rooms. Now, there is one thing that can prevent traiLZ in this. Remember that key that I said he should have stole from P1? He didn't. Now, this is Max Rando, which means that if that community room is a thing, start quacking, because he is ducked. And, that's the only stall he has right now. For Xarnax is making a quick rush now. Back to P4. Gonna take out Carrick very quickly, because Carrick was really just chilling at the door. Or maybe not. What are you doing, buddy? Yunos, what's up? Welcome to I rolled the easiest seat on the planet. Okay. So GP, for those who are new, is can be a very tricky palace, especially if you roll long GP. If nothing is wrong, it can be one of the easiest palaces. It is home to an enemy set that we personally call in the community chickens. Their real name is Foca, and yeah, that's the presentable way of saying their name. And they're a personal love of mine, but of course, Thunderbird is not required. I rolled an easy seed. I am so sorry. This is going to be, as I predicted, a sub 35 seed. So, Dark Link is about to get eradicated with some Kankle strats. Or whatever, God knows that sprite is strat. And we have Carrot getting eliminated on Xarnax42. That's a dark snack? No, I will not accept that as my snack. My snack is much cuter than that. Get your GGs out for traiLZ, who finished in a time of 30 minutes and 7 seconds. And I think I have to go to seed rolling school because this makes 2 sub 35 seeds I have rolled in Max Rando tournaments. Yikes. I think I will stick to Link to the Past for now, where I'm rolling traumatic seeds for our runners. And that's my home community as well. So Top Life, if you're doing any Z3 seeds, hop aboard, buddy. Also, at 3057, we have Xarnax42. That is entering GP. Wait till Xarnax finds out that this seed is redonkulously easy, because he is going in without the Thunder Spell. Yes, we need the Yoshi back in Z3. I am going to ask traiLZ if he wants to come in for an interview. This was so easy. I am just... Okay. Xarnax has actually forfeited, so please give your GGs to him as well for running as much as he did. And let me move on to, let's see if traiLZ will be coming, and he will be. So let's move to Lee. I can't believe I have done this again. 2 times I have rolled. Oh my goodness gracious. I've got to get good. I've got to get good, chat. I'm so sorry for failing so badly. Alrighty. Hey, traiLZ! I think my new name should be Bluebird of Happiness, because this makes the second low gem, easy peasy lemon squeezy seed. How did you like that one?
It was pretty straightforward. I think I wasted way too much time in Maze Island. Because the glove was free, I could have been done probably 5 minutes before, you know.
So you would think it maybe even 25 instead of 30. Phew.
Easily. I mean, the P4 was one room, and P1 was quick as usual, you know. The GP wasn't really hard. I even went out of my way for Thunder and to get attack 5 in case. But turned out to be pretty straightforward, pretty quick.
Right? I know it was amazing. You just blazed through that like it was nothing, and you were practicing. What you were practicing was probably harder than what you actually got.
Yeah, I was doing the seed of the week, and the GP was certainly harder because I was in there for. I mean, I could have probably finished it, but I was in there for about 10 minutes, and then you guys were waiting on me, so I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. Did anybody find Dash? I felt like I saw every town, but I never saw Dash.
No, nobody found Dash.
Weird.
Nope. Imagine if you had Dash, traiLZ. I mean, it would have been even, even quicker. Also, we are being joined by Xarnax. Hey, what's up, Xarnax? GG's to you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Gee,
GG, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a pretty straightforward seed. I went out of my way for a lot of unnecessary things. I dug out Maze Island, which was a total bust.
oh man, that tea bag.
Yeah, I was so upset. I almost up an 8 from there, but then I realized, I'm gonna have to do all that walking.
Yeah, the path just to get to the east was pretty long.
Yeah, so it was like eat a couple 12-second encounters or go do Fairy Cave again and walk north on the west.
Yeah, I got to the point in the east where I was like, I had more to explore, but I had seen Palace 1, or I had finished Palace 1. I had seen Palace 4. I had made a really dumb up A, and like I got to Great Palace. I got one step away, and in my head I was like, oh, I can up A and refill my lives, but I accidentally did it before I stepped in.
Oh, that sucks.
and that was I didn't even know it was Great Palace, but like I spent so much time digging stuff out in the east that I was like, all right, I need to just do these two palaces and see if that palace that I know where it is, see if that's Great Palace, and hope it's not glove blocked. Otherwise, this is already over.
Oh my god, the glove was free. It was on.
I never saw it.
It was on.
I'm guessing.
I
never saw the desert tile.
It was It was southwest on the eastern continent.
And yeah, yes. I don't think I ever went south.
No, you didn't. Unfortunately, Xarnax. You did, and you were having fun in the upper areas. You're just like, yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna Dora the Explorer a bit,
P4 was really quick. I don't know if you did that, but it was only like 2.
I did it twice.
You did it twice.
I mean, I popped in. I was thinking I could maybe find where the item was. I could maybe, if I got enough. I didn't want to place any gems too early because it was only 2. But I was like, if I can get enough experience on the way to Karak, then I can probably finish it right now. And then it was like the second room. I was like, all right, I'm just going to come back and do this later.
So true.
I forgot how long a walk to get there it was. That probably lost a fair amount of time, too. But
the walk from where to where? From start to 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good 2 minutes, probably.
Right. It wasn't terribly long, but it was long enough to make a difference. I mean, not in this race. If you don't go south in the east, you're not going to come anywhere close to 30 minutes.
I'm trying to think, and I'm pretty sure there was the waffle rooms I went through. I wasn't really like.
Oh yeah.
There was
the waffle room was the second room in.
Yeah. The path was just hold right, Thunderbird not required, but it was a good like 10 or 11 rooms.
Okay. But yeah, I finished 4. I think after you finished, then I figured I'll go into GP and see. I saw your time and I was like, maybe either glove was free or it's not required. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. And then second room was glove blocked, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go looking for the glove.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I full cleared the west, which was pretty simple. The bottom area had.
I don't think I ever saw Heart Container Cave. Either I didn't see it or I didn't make a note what was in it.
It was on the west side of the. It was on the west continent on the northwest. So if you got through Fairy Cave and went west,
right.
I don't think it was anything important. It might have been the kidnapped child. Either that or
Trophy Cave.
Yeah, that's right. It was a magic container. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just it was just one of the bottles for the magic that was there. So it was just magic increase. And Runia's favorite son was in Trophy Cave. Yep. It was beautiful to finally see the great one, Runia's favorite child, as being somewhat required until we saw GP and Thunderbird wasn't required. And it was heartbreaking at the same time. It was like, he had his moment to shine and he failed. Oh man, I'm going to go and cry about how I have failed as a seed roller.
Hey, the River Devil was blocking something though. Did you catch that?
I did catch it. And then I was like, there's hope. And then I said, no, it's a 2 gem seed. There is no way nobody is going to waste time to get a whistle, to play some toot toots for my boy. So poor River Devil got orphaned again. I said, maybe the kid has a chance. And then when I saw Trails just hit, Dark Link, because I was saying to chat, trying to explain why you can dip GP early. Because with low gem seeds, and I'm sure Trails can echo this, you really can dip GP for an exploration advantage at your comfort level. So some people have low attack comfort levels dipping GP where they can go in low attack, pretty low life, and feel comfortable, going in just to see if they're going to need fairy, if they're going to need the glove, if it's thunder blocked, any of those. And you're one of those runners. You're one of those runners. I had already told them, once Trails finds his comfort level, which was probably attack 4 to attack 5, and you're gonna dip in there once you get that opportunity. And once we saw, Maze Island having P1, that was it. That was it. It's gonna be 4 and 1 because 4 literally had Karak, welcoming you at the front door, and then you have P1, which is one of the easiest palaces to clear out. Easiest boss, easiest amount of rooms. Who's not gonna clear it, right? So
Horse said the item was right behind Horse said, and all those 1,000-point P bags too. That's the only
yeah,
reason I got 5.
yeah, and from a leveling up perspective, and this is something we actually Trails had a lot of new people in the chat. And, I think it would be great if maybe you can say how really important it is to level up in low gem seeds. Because a lot of people, they would be quick to want to dip palaces first. But I was advising them that you would want to grind on the outside and save those, gem placements for when you start hitting 1,000 to 2,000 and you can get the biggest bang for your buck. What do you
Maybe
say about
grind on
that?
the outside. Maybe find a dripper.
Yeah, the dripper's good, but I'm not one of those guys that does Magic 3 Life 4 and tries to bump up the attack as much as possible. Even though I know that's a viable strat and it works out a lot for people. Whenever I do it, I find myself farming extra and I'd rather just place the gem and go. This past time, I was like 50 experience points away from getting 2 levels, so that's why I farmed a bot right there because I was like that would have been kind of silly. It was worth the quick farm, but in terms of like trying to beef up attack, that's a vanilla strategy and it works well in the randomizer. But I don't know. I tend to not do that strat because I feel like it wastes more time. And attack 3, attack 4 Thunderbird is usually around my comfort zone. Attack 5 is a treat and a low jump seed.
Yeah, for us newer folks though, we got to look at attack 5 for Thunderbird.
Well, attack 5 is 24 hits, attack 4 is 32 hits, attack 3 is, I don't know, a lot of hits, but
48, I think.
48, yeah. So, I mean, it's not. The thing about these new Thunderbird rooms is that he swings off the screen sometimes, and his pattern can get kind of weird. I don't know if you've experienced that yet, Xarnax. You probably have, I'm sure. Whereas,
Oh, when
New
he's off
oh,
pendulum?
oh, you mean like when you're coming in from an elevator?
yeah, when you come in from an elevator and his room down there, a lot of times he swings further off screen than he would normally. So like his pattern is a little weird.
Hmm.
Sometimes the pendulum swings a little bit before it usually.
Yeah, I had that happen to me one seat where he just literally, it's almost to the point where he's almost out of bounds, like, and
Yeah, exactly. He like flies off screen more than he typically does. Like Thunderbird usually just like flies off a little bit. You could see it, and set up the pendulum. But with these new rooms, sometimes Thunderbird flies way out, which makes it a little bit awkward.
Yeah. And so, for newer runners, I'm in the more newer runner route. We tend to want to have a higher attack level. So that's why I usually advise to kind of, just take a little time out. We're not race ready yet. That's why we have the baby duckling derbies that we're trying to create. So that way we can start to get that experience and start to learn. So that way one day we can be race worthy to, get beat up by you more veterans.
um, yeah, I don't know. My whole goal with um that that ordeal is like to try to just get more people to play the game because it's a really fun game. It's just a really small community, and it's not a difficult game to play. So I'm trying to like rally up the troops and see if
I think once people understand the vanilla core mechanics of the game, then they're better equipped to deal with the rando side of it. Because if we don't know jack about Zelda 2, then it's very hard for us to play Zelda 2, randomizer. The other thing is I was also looking at time zones. And, like in Zelda 3, we have a lot of European runners. And when, if we can bring in some of the European folks, that would be good as well. So it's, hey, Top Life even mentioned that. Yes, to bring in some of our people from across the pond, that's always a fun thing. But that's a different time zone, which affects us. So
well,
it's a
yeah.
matter of, flexibility and just making ourselves available all around.
Well, the idea is to try to get as many veteran players or people that play the game well together, and we're all kind of like a team, and we take turns, or whoever's available will coach whoever against the other person who's being coached by another
Yeah,
vet.
like the mentor tournaments that
Yeah,
we have in Z3. We
yes,
have we have mentors, mentor tournaments in Z3, and that's good. And we need to have practice sessions and stuff like that. It's just a matter of getting our schedules together to actually arrange those practice sessions. And that's something that we can eke out from the back end. But I think once we release some videos and stuff on of you guys demonstrating what you do best, along with some explanations as to what you're doing, so that way people can actually see and practice in their own time. So that way it makes your practice sessions more efficacious, and then we can have just one big community, howdy ho, with you guys doing what you do best, showing us newbies how to play the game, and and on the restreamer and runner side, we learning and going out there and embarrassing ourselves for your entertainment. So there you go.
I got a lot of Soten randomizer, Symphony Night randomizer players that are trying to get in on that, and I've talked to quite a few Zelda One randomizer players that want to join that tournament as well, and the mentoring program or whatever. So I'm pretty stoked, man. I hope it works out. We'll get some new people in the community.
So we'll work on the back end on that, and I'll give up what I have and we can work together. Teamwork. Woo!
Sounds like a plan. Hey, I'm gonna jump off here. GG's again, Xarnax. Thank you so much for the race.
Yeah, man.
See you.
GG to you. See you in brackets.
See you in the brackets, man. Later.
Okay. Xanax, do you have any last words before I enter into business mode?
No.
No?
Thanks. Just, yeah, thanks for the restream, and we'll see you next week.
Alrighty. Take care, Xanax. GG
Thank
to
you.
you. Okay, everybody, it's time for me to enter into ZSR family mode. Thank you so much to our runners for providing one heck of a show. We do wholeheartedly appreciate everything that they do for us. They provide us a show, even though I'm so sorry that this seed was a jetty for your Betty. I will try to do better next time. to our wonderful team. You had a really trash tier commentator and restreamer, but you had one heck of a tracker, and that is the one and the only legendary VT Slacker, who did have to dip as this is lunchtime. And he was doing this on a break. So, but the biggest thanks goes to you in chat who came here to witness this live. For those who are new in the community, please make sure to follow our runners, follow, our Discord, the Zelda 2 Discord and the Zelda 2 Randomizer Discord, in which you will encounter either me or many other runners who would be willing to help you join this wonderful community. We're always looking for new people. And for the Zelda 2 community, welcome aboard, And if anything goes wrong, just blame Alan. That's how we work. For the Zelda Speedruns family, let me tell you what we have on deck. So, coming up, we have right now going on, we have the Lava Dash. That's where we're going to raid in just a moment. Twilight Princess Lava Dash Gara Mines RTA Tournament Redemption Quarterfinals. The Ethernet Boys versus Chrono Tedder. And that's going on concurrently. Later on tonight at 7:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got the Ocarina of Time Standard Tournament Season 6 Winners Bracket Round 4. WTAH, which is Wade the Hero, going against Gavaroni, and that's going to be on ZSR Main. At 8 p.m. tonight, we have the Z2R Max Rando Tournament Swish Round 2. Alendar going against CS Tutor, one of my favorite Z3 runners, on ZSR 2. And at 10 p.m., we have Z2R Max Rando Tournament Swish Round 2, Dr. J, PhD, the one and only fellow doctor, going against the master of many disciplines, Jay Coper himself. That's going to be on ZSR 2. So we've got a loaded schedule today. And I have got to tell you, it was truly a pleasure doing this commentary for you. And on behalf of the Zelda Speedruns family, I do wish that all of you have a wonderful day. Now let's go raid some Twilight Princess and see what they're up to. Take care and have a wonderful day, guys. Goodbye.